go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the first video Cockles of the Heart podcast. Let's see if I can figure out how to make this all work. So, what I got is a camera that my little brother, Lane, has donated. So, let's all praise Lane. I'm going to make a little shrine for him eventually on the wall, since he donated a camera to the cause. And let's do this real quick. The gain is a little much. 1 second. Fuck. That's too much. That's good right there. Okay, good. Alright, sorry. Didn't adjust my equipment before I started it, so. But anyway, episode 25. YouTube, what's up? We made it. Little brother donated the camera. Super fucking excited. Thank God for him. Super excited. It's got a microphone on the camera, but I know that this is probably better quality. So now my dumbass has to figure out how to combine the video and the audio together and then make it sync and then put it on YouTube. So it's Sunday right now. I'm trying to get this edited and wrapped up and fixed and everything and posted tomorrow for Monday, which if you're listening to this on Monday, it means I did it. Yeah, super exciting. Way more complicated. Now I actually have to wear like pants and shit. I mean, I'm not really wearing real pants, more in sweatpants, because I didn't think about changing my clothes before starting this, but fuck it, this might not even make it to the area. This is more of like a experimental test. Yeah, so actually I gotta go grab my joke book real quick, and I don't know how to pause the camera and the audio at the same time, so I'll just edit out the gap. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So this is the notebook. This is the infamous joke book I've been reading out of. The one that looks like Jesus used it. It's got this strap on it, this leather strap. And I tied a bunch of knots in it to make it easier to kind of tie up. But the strap is like 15 miles fucking long. Like, I don't know if I'm supposed to put other things in here, and that's why it's so huge. But I ended up putting a little knot there so I can wrap it through the hole, pull it tight, pull it the other direction, and then with this little knot, stick it in the same loop again, and then it holds together. Before it was just straight strap, and I didn't know how to like tie it without it looking dumb as fuck. So yeah, that's the infamous joke book that I've been writing in. And then the paper on this shit, like I told you guys before, is like parchment paper, like little aborigines made it or some shit. So there's that. I did write a couple things in it that I wanted to talk about for the podcast that I'll read in a second here. This is the laptop that I've been using this entire time. Oh shit, I got a phone call. I'm gonna have to edit this part out too. Okay, phone call is over. Anyway, God, I keep fucking up the gain on this thing. Where was I? Joke book. Oh, this is the laptop that I've been using that I bought from Lane's fiance. And then this is my Blue Yeti microphone. And this is my studio. This is my shitty futon. Underneath, the bottom has been ripped out by the fucking cats, so we call it the cat cave, because they like ripped out the bottom felt and then they crawl inside of it, and that's where they hang out. So it's just covered in cat hair and it's shit. I tried to hang a bunch of shit on the walls to make it look nice. I'll show you guys real quick. Can't see it from where the camera's at, but you know, whatever. It makes me feel better. I'll have to adjust a way to back up the camera. It's really hard to tell how much to zoom in because the screen is so damn small. So we'll find a better happy medium to move it around. I also have a GoPro that I haven't used in forever. If I can figure out how to do video editing better, maybe I'll add the GoPro and we can switch angles and shit like that. But for now, we're just going to do one camera, one microphone, one laptop, and one podcaster. So as we move on and go, hopefully someday I can pay a producer to do all this shit for me, because I don't know how to. I haven't used a desktop computer since high school. I haven't used a laptop since college, and this is the only thing I use this laptop for, is for podcast stuff. And it's way easy to do it with just audio. Now I got to do audio and video, and I'm very stupid. I'm a construction worker. I don't know technology. I don't even know how to do half the shit on my phone. So just bear with me. A big learning curve. I'm 33, so I'm losing the ability to learn at all. But also, big announcement. I bought some, apparently they sell chocolate at the dispensary that supposedly has mushrooms in it, but she said it wasn't psilocybin. So I don't really know what kind of mushrooms are in this, but I guess it gets you kind of stoned. So, and I don't know, let's read this fucker out loud. A serving size is 1, and there's 8 servings per container. So that means I'm probably going to eat half of it and see what it does. There's 4 grams per package. When I eat mushrooms, I eat, I think, 1.5 grams. I don't even know. When I eat mushrooms, I'm just like, I want this many, and I pinch it and I eat it. And if I want more, I add another finger. 1 finger's worth 2 finger, 3 finger, 4 finger. And we go from there. So it says 7 to 8 servings is a power dose. Lower than that's high dose, moderate dose, low dose, microdose, and daily dose. So I don't know, and I don't know if you can fall asleep on this shit, so we might have a rough night trying to sleep, because when I'm on regular mushrooms, I can't fall asleep for like 8 hours. So we're going to eat half of this and see what happens, see how fast it kicks in. By the end of this episode, I might just be drooling all over myself. So we'll try it out. It's milk chocolate, because dark chocolate is fucking Satan food. So we're going to try some out here. I haven't even opened the box yet. It's called MK. Finest Exotic Blend Milk Chocolate. Artisanally crafted, 100% sustainable source cocoa. Ingredients: milk, chocolate, vitamin B12, it's lion's mane extract mushrooms. I don't even know what that means. We're going to try it out. Doesn't have psilocybin in it, so how bad could it really be, Jesus fuck, it's like the thickest plastic. Friday, I had a little bit of a mentee bee, and I was not doing very well. And so I was like, I think I'm just going to take a hero's dose of mushrooms and see what the gods tell me. And I've never been so high in my fucking life. Usually I'll have 4 or 5 caps and stems. I had like 7 or 8. And holy fuck. I didn't get scared the whole time, which was good. This fucking package is insane. Oh, it's got a rippable thing. But it was insane. I have never been so high on mushrooms in my fucking life. I didn't get scared, thank God. I didn't freak out. But I watched. So starting out, I should have videoed the whole thing, but I was like sad as fuck. I was really depressed. I was having a really hard time, so I wasn't really thinking like, oh, let's record this and show everybody. I cried a little bit, whatever, man shit. But it hit within like 20 minutes, and I got so high that I couldn't even see. Like, I was staring at the ceiling, but I couldn't see anything. All I could see, it was like pitch black, and then it was like bright green kaleidoscopes that suddenly showed up out of nowhere, and it looked like I was going through a tunnel of shapes and shit, and it was like bright green pulsing kaleidoscope shapes and colors and stuff. And then I decided to listen and watch Freebird from the 1977 concert of Lynyrd Skynyrd Freebird probably 10 times, and it was incredible. And I was just sitting there going, oh my god, they're legendary, oh my god, they're so good. And I just kept watching it over and over again. At points in the video, it looked like it was on fast forward, like everybody was just moving super fast, even though it wasn't on fast forward. It was super bizarre. And then, like, the whole crowd didn't even look real. It just looked like the same exact person a million times, just going like this in the crowd, which was super weird. And then I watched a little bit of Vikings, and it looked like anime cartoons. Like, it didn't look like live action. It literally looked like cartoons. And what else did I do? I don't know. I was fucked up. I was by myself in the house. I went around and turned all the lights off, and then I put the covers over my face and just sat there and talked to myself for a while. I looked like a psycho. I'm glad there was no one else around, because they probably would have called, like, the hospital or something. What in the fuck happened to this? Oh, awesome. Yeah, because that's going to be really fucking... Look at this. That's going to be really easy to tell how many pieces I'm taking. Jesus fuck. That wasn't me. I took this in I brought this in as soon as I got home. So obviously it melted somewhere in storage before I fucking bought it. I guess I'll just take bites out of it until I feel like I've had enough. Jesus Christ. That's super fucked. Oh, it's so dry. Ooh, it tastes good. I used to get actual psilocybin mushroom chocolates, and it was like the darkest dark chocolate, and it was so dry you could like scrape it with a knife and it would just dust off of it. It was horrible, but it got you so fucked up. This actually tastes really fucking good. Sorry for those who are just listening. Basically, the chocolate bar is completely melted. It came in a little aluminum foil bag, so it just melted and dried up at the bottom of the bag, so it's just a giant glob of chocolate. Ugh, it's pretty good though. Okay, we're gonna go with that. According to the chart, that's about a moderate dose. Let's eat a little more. I don't want to waste it. Take a little break. My jaw's sore from chewing. Ugh. Man, it tastes really good. Man, even if it doesn't do anything for me, it's pretty good chocolate. It's just expensive. I think it was like 30 something bucks. Maybe not that much. Maybe it was 20 something. I don't know. I bought it and I was like in my emotions and I was having a mental breakdown. A mentee B, as we call it. So I didn't even see how much it was when I bought it. Alright, let's try that out. Crumbs everywhere. I'm gonna have to go get a drink of water. 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm gonna have to edit the fuck out of this thing. Okay. Got some water. So, let's kind of go back into my setup, just so you guys know, in case somebody knows more than I do. So I don't have a ton of money, so I haven't been able to buy things like fancy software and stuff. So I'm using Audacity for the audio, which is what I've been doing this whole time through the other 24 or 25 podcast episodes. And then I'm using Movavi Video Editor 24 for the video. So, and I have to pay extra for the Movavi, like the full membership thing, if I want to plug the camera directly into the computer so it goes straight through. And I can't do that yet, so I'm just going to record on the camera, take the memory card, put it into Movavi, take the audio clip, put it in Movavi, and then try to sync them up perfectly to where it's seamless and there's no delay and my lips match the sound. So hopefully it's that easy. we'll find out. So I'm also scared. This laptop's kind of old, so I'm hoping it can actually handle the video and the audio. I'm just doing 4K right now. I'm not doing the 5K like the camera does because I don't want it to take 10 years to upload it. I took a couple 20-second videos with it and uploaded it to my phone wirelessly, and it took forever. So I'm hoping the memory card thing will be easier and I can figure this out. But anyway, let's put my pouch back in. Let's look at the old joke book and check out some shit. I'm not prepared for this at all. There's a bunch of shit I wanted to show you guys, and none of it is in here. I have to keep going and grabbing it. But let's see. So I don't remember why I wrote this, but I was more proud than a girl's proud of her Jell-O shots. You know when you go to a party and there's Jell-O shots and someone goes, wow, these Jell-O shots are good. And then that one girl's like, I made them. I just did a secret recipe of Everclear and blah, blah, blah. And I spent all night last night making it. It's like, okay, bitch, shut up. Like, I don't care. Like, thanks. It's Jell-O shots. Jell-O's not that good anyway, and it sucks tongue fucking the shit out of the fucking cup. I don't care. But they're always so goddamn proud of it. And then I wrote, like, I'm more proud than a girl bragging about her Jell-O shots or some shit. So I don't know what the fuck I was gonna do with that. The other thing I keep doing is that I'll get high and I'll start writing in my joke book, but I'll write in random parts of it, so I can't find where the fuck I put it all. There we go. Oh yeah. So I was driving around Friday going to lunch, and the area I'm working in is ghetto as fuck. Like, I think I've told you guys about it. Like, the McDonald's has plexiglass over the cash registers, kind of like those gas stations that have, like, the iron bars in the windows and shit. That's how ghetto this place is. Even, like, the McDonald's has, like, bulletproof. I don't know if it's bulletproof, but they have plexiglass between the cash register and the customers. So I drove by, and there was this white, bald dude in, like, a Hawaiian shirt, like an older guy, in, the ghettoest parking lot of the ghettoest fucking gas station in the area, selling giant watermelons. Like, dude, you're you're so brave, for one, because this place is scary as fuck. But you're also so innovative because it's racist as shit, kind of, because it's a black neighborhood. And this just little old white dude just got all these giant fucking watermelons on this fold-out table, selling them to the locals. Like, I'm just imagining some guy coming up all pissed off like, motherfucker, what are you doing selling watermelon here? And then he's like, I'll take two. I don't know. It was funny as fuck. I drove back to the job site, and this guy I worked with, Nathan's light-skinned dude. And so I always ask him all these, like, black people questions that I wouldn't feel comfortable asking a stranger, because I don't know if it's racist or not. I'm from fucking Montana, like, born and raised. There was, like, no black people in Montana growing up. So there's just random shit that I don't know about that I need to ask. And so I always ask Nathan. Like, I asked him the other day, I was like, why is it that it's, like, a big thing that black dudes date big fat white chicks? Like, I don't get it. And he's like, shut the fuck up, my ex is a big fat white chick. I was like, okay, never mind, like, I don't want to know. So the other thing, on Friday I was listening to my headphones, and it came to, like, my brain. I was listening to Mr. Brightside, and I was just getting fucking pumped up listening to it, and I was like, this has got to be, like, the biggest white people song on the planet. Like, white people just love Mr. Brightside. Like, I go down to the bars sometimes, and I go to Barstool, and this band that plays there is super, super, super dope. They're awesome. And the last song they play every night is Mr. Brightside, and that whole bar is just, like, jumping up and down and screaming and loving it. If you guys don't know what Mr. Brightside is, I asked Nathan if he knew what Mr. Brightside was. He had no idea. So I started singing it to him. It's like, at the beginning, it's coming out of my cage and I'll be doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. It starts with that. And then the chorus is, Jealousy turning snakes into the sea. If you're white right now, you're probably like, fuck yeah, and start playing that song. Great song. Definitely white people song. So, oh yeah. So I was with Nathan a couple weeks ago. I was helping him out on a job site. We went to Chick-fil-A. And this Chick-fil-A was in like a super duper rich white neighborhood area. So there was like Bentleys and Mercedes and all these really nice fucking cars in the parking lot. And then my tatted ass and Nathan's half black ass were in there getting Chick-fil-A in our construction outfits. And I went to the bathroom. And apparently while I was in the bathroom, this old white dude came and stood by the table talking to somebody else and just gave Nathan this fucking look like Nathan was gonna steal his wallet or some shit, just being a racist asshole. And so I come out of the bathroom, the guy's sitting right in front of my chair where I'm sitting. So I just lightly touch his shoulder. I say, "Excuse me, sir. Let me, I need to get to my seat." And you would have thought I wiped a booger on this motherfucker, because he was just like that, and just looking at me like I was gonna kill him or something. And Nathan's like, "Damn, dude, I have never seen a white dude get treated like a black guy so hard in my fucking life. That guy hated you." He was being racist. He was looking at me being all racist before, and then you came in and he just fucking hated you. And I was like, "Damn, dude. Hell yeah, I know the struggle, bro. I know the struggle. I've been through it too." And he's like, "Yeah, shut the fuck up." And I was like, "Do I get an end pass?" He's like, "No, fuck you." And I was like, "Okay, fine, whatever." So that was super fucking funny. And then I just remembered a couple days ago, I was working in Billings, Montana at a landfill doing some plumbing up there, and it was a super dope job site. It was actually like right after that was the job site I was working at when I found out that my fiance was cheating on me with my best friend at the time. And so it was a pretty legendary job site because I went through a lot of shit when I was there. And the only people that were there was me and this guy, David. And I'd never worked with David before. I never met him. He's part of the Billings crew. But David looks like a little lawn gnome. He's got glasses and a big long beard, and he's short, and he's very like quiet, conservative, got married young, has a couple kids, doesn't do shit like eat ass or anything like that, doesn't do any drugs, whatever. So to make myself feel better, I picked on him all the time. But he's a nice kid. Like, I only pick on people I like. But I said something about eating a bitch's ass, and he's like, "That's disgusting. I don't eat ass. That's where poop comes out of. I would never do that. I can't believe people do that shit." So then in my mind, I'm like, all right, that's all we're gonna talk about for the rest of my time here at this job site. So like every day I'd say something stupid like, "Hey David, you know what the quickest way to a woman's heart is?" And he's like, "Oh, what, Reed? Poetry?" Some shit like that. And I was like, "Through her asshole with your tongue." And he's like, "That's disgusting. I'll never eat my wife's ass." And I'd say shit like, if you don't eat your wife's ass, somebody will, and then you're going to lose her forever. Like, you need to start eating some fucking ass. This poor woman has pushed out 2 kids for you, and you haven't even licked her butthole yet. Like, it's right next to the pussy. It's not a big deal. I don't even know if this kid even ate pussy. That's how, like, timid he was. He looks like a guy that fucks with a shirt on. But, and then I used to make him super uncomfortable. We didn't have any, like, screws. We didn't really need a lot of screws, but we needed some, like drywall screws that screw through metal. You got wood screws, and then you got, like, pan heads or self-tapping screws. So every day, not every day, but some days I'd have him, like, "Hey, can you just run around and pick up screws off the ground and fill up this jar?" Because his job site was super slow. Nobody ever checked on us. We were the last guys in. So there was really no rush, so we fucked around a lot. So I started calling him my screw slave, and I'd follow him around, and I'd just stand behind him like this, like he'd be like bending over picking up screws, and he'd stand up and look back, and I'd be standing right behind him like that, and be like, "Yeah, that's right, screw slave, get those screws." And he'd just get so uncomfortable to where he would start bending over, but with his butt like towards the wall, because he was worried about me just standing behind him like that. So It was all in good fun. It's not like I made him mad or uncomfortable or scared. I made him uncomfortable, but it was all in fun. It was all in good fun. We're still good buddies. We text once in a while. And the other thing I used to do to make him super uncomfortable, at this point, it was like 3 months. I was already hooking up with chicks trying to, get past my breakup and shit like that. And, I had Snapchat and, I'd get nudes, whatever, save them in my phone. I screenshot everything because I'm an asshole. And he'd be like showing me fuck tons of pictures of his family and his house and his dirt bikes and his four-wheelers. And at that point, I was like, I was kind of mad because I was like, I was supposed to have a family. I was supposed to get married and get a house and shit with this stupid bitch that cheated on me. So, like, I really didn't care. I don't want to see your fucking family. I don't want to see your happiness, your success, any of that shit. So I was like, yeah, why don't you take a look at my family? Like, talking about my brothers and sisters and shit. So what I did... it's kind of fucked up. What I did was I'd go home and I'd map it out and I'd have, like, a picture of my family and then like random pictures of shit, and then I'd sneak like a nude of some random chick and then a couple more family pictures or whatever. So I'd show them the phone and I'd swipe through showing them shit, and then suddenly be like a naked chick and then a couple other pictures of my family, and it just like, he didn't say anything, but you could tell he was just uncomfortable as fuck, like, oh Jesus fuck, did I just see that? And yeah, it was really fun. And then he moved to a different job site, and I knew a bunch of people at that job site, so I called ahead, and I said, hey, you need to give this kid shit about eating ass. He doesn't eat ass, and I don't care if you guys eat ass or not, but you need to, like, convince him that it's the best thing on the planet, because he needs to start eating his wife's ass. And it was a big thing, and it was super fucking funny. Super fun job site. Made a fuck ton of money on that job site, too, so... let me look through all these pages. I think that's pretty much all the new shit. I have a hard time keeping track of what I've read out loud and what I haven't read out loud yet. I think that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, let me show you. So, I've told you guys before, I do Knife a Month. I've been doing Knife a Month for well over a year. So a Knife a Month is they hit me up and they're like, hey, we do this thing where you pay a monthly subscription and then you get a knife every month. It's a Knife a Month box. We'll do it for you for free, but every time you open a box, record it, tell us the monthly discount, whatever, make a video, post it, tag us in it, and we'll just keep sending you knives. So this is like the only thing that I still do from when I was like blowing up on TikTok. I don't do TikTok like at all anymore. I've been losing followers for like the last 6 months. But I've just got a fuck ton of knives. So let me go grab them. I forgot to grab them again. Okay, so both of these boxes are packed full of knives, as you can see. Oh shit, let me show you. They've been sending me some doper knives too. I message back and forth with this one chick, and she asked me every month if I want to keep doing Knife a Month, and I say yes. And they check to make sure I'm posting the videos and shit like that. And I was like, hey, you guys should start sending me some of the cooler knives. Like they got obviously like regular ass knives, and then they got out the front knives, which is basically a switchblade. And then they also have swords. So I was like, you should start sending me the out the front knives. I think that'd be dope as fuck. So this is the first one I got. Little pearl handle. It's like the cartel would own it. So super dope switchblade knife. And then I just got this switchblade knife yesterday, nerdy as fuck. It's got, I think it's Boba Fett. I don't know, one of the dudes from Star Wars. Little baby knife, super dope though. So I just sit on the couch. I leave one in my truck too, so I can show like the Mexicans on my job site fucking love these for some reason. So, super cool. But other than that, I mean, I've got just piles of knives. So many of them. I got 2 boxes full of them. Last year, I had probably like 20 knives. And I decided, like, I'll just bring them to work. We've been working tons of overtime, Saturdays, shit like that. And I'll just let everybody have, pick out one knife. And so it was like, I was going to just do it for the plumbers, but I ended up giving it to the plumbers, electricians. Literally anybody that was on the job site could have at it and take a knife home with them. So I got rid of all my knives. And then since then, I've got all of these ones. I think I counted them the other day. I got like 20 or 25 of them. I've probably had close to 30 or 40 since I started doing this thing. But I mean, they're not super crazy knives. They're not like super high quality, like $80 knives. They're like gas station knives. Like some of them are pretty regular looking. Some of them are like bright colors, like this one is. Some of them look a little cooler, like this one. And then the ones that I don't like, the ones that are just like some nerdy dragon loving motherfucker would get something like this. It's just like, if I swear to God, if I was at a job site and I asked somebody if they had a knife and they whipped this out, I'd just tell them to go home. I'm like, take your crack pipe and go home to your trailer house and don't ever come back again with that stupid fucking knife. But I mean, some of them are pretty neat though. I've given some out to family and friends and shit like that, but I mean, they're free. Nothing wrong with that. Some of them are super sharp, some are dull as fuck. Like one of the electricians, as soon as I gave him the knife, gashed his fucking finger open on the job site. And I'm like, if you tell anybody that I gave you a free knife and you cut yourself with it, I'm gonna fucking kill you, because I don't want to get in trouble for doing that. Even though it's like construction, we have lots of sharp shit all the fucking time. But yeah, this one's sharp as shit. I was wearing my cargo shorts because I'm in my, I'm a 90s kid. I still wear fucking cargo shorts. And I was like, man, I wonder how sharp it is. So I just picked up my pants and it just poked right through, and I got a giant slice in my favorite camouflage cargo pants. But yeah, pretty dope. So I was gonna get a sword. I actually was messaging her yesterday. I was like, hey, so really appreciate the OTF knife. How about a sword? And then I went down to the mailbox and I got a second OTF knife, and I messaged her again. I was like, you know what? Fuck the sword. These switchblades are sick as fuck. Like, I thought switchblades were illegal. That was like the big thing. Everyone always talked about, like, switchblades and butterfly knives are illegal everywhere, and brass knuckles. And then after I got my switchblade in the mail, I looked it up, and it's illegal in like Minnesota and New Mexico, and that's it. So this chocolate bar is kind of making me want to throw up, actually. Oh boy, let's not eat the rest of that. I don't feel anything yet. I don't know what kind of high you're supposed to get if it's not psilocybin. Like, I don't know if it's like a stoned feeling. I don't know if it's like, I don't think you hallucinate, but out of nowhere, they just started getting all these mushroom products, and I was like, no fucking way this shit's legal. So what the fuck is it, And I was going to get these gummies, and I went in there, I was like, hey, where'd the red box of gummy mushroom things go? And like, oh, those sold out fast. And I was like, fuck, should have bought some. Obviously they're good. But yeah, got rid of them. Sold them all. But anyway, I really didn't prepare for this very well. I've been trying to do it all weekend, and I was prepared, and then I got like a spare minute to make this shit, so then I was very unprepared. Obviously, I've had to leave the fucking room like 5 times to get all the shit I wanted to get. But maybe we'll just do this. I'm sorry that I haven't posted in like 2 weeks. I got annoyed because it was like, I hate doing just audio. It blows. I don't know what to talk about. I don't have any guests. I don't have money for a fucking camera, all this shit. And then my sweet little brother hit me up, and he's like, what the fuck? Where's these episodes I've been waiting for? Don't give up, you bitch. And I'm like, well, fuck, man. I need a co-host or I need a camera, or both. And he goes, what camera do you want? And I sent him one, and he was like, I'll buy it for you. Just keep making your fucking podcast. Don't give up. You can just pay me back whenever you have the chance. And I was like, oh, thank you. Sweet. So, ordered it off. He sent me money, ordered it off Amazon, got it in the mail. And then I've just been researching like what the cheapest way to edit the footage is and get it posted was. So I finally had time today. Sorry, it kind of sucked, but now you guys can see what I look like. I mean, I know most of you probably know what I look like because you have to go to my TikTok to find out about the podcast. But yeah, hopefully this makes it a little more enjoyable. Now I can actually bring cool shit in, like show and tell, and show you guys some fun shit. Or I don't know. There's a lot more fun possibilities we can do now that we have a camera. So I'll keep brainstorming some shit, and I'll figure out how to edit all this, and we'll make it better. And hopefully this podcast makes it so I can quit my job in 5 years. So yeah, anyway, have a great day. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you for being patient, especially the people that are paying a subscription. I sent out a post. I don't know if anybody read it. It said, hey, I'm taking a break. If you want to unsubscribe for now, I totally fucking get it. Nobody said anything, though, so I don't know if they actually did read it or not. But I will buy some more mushrooms, and we'll have another exclusive Trippin' Cockles episode. Or no, now that we have a camera, maybe I'll do like the hot chip challenge, or we'll do some other crazy shit to torture myself, or maybe I'll do a power hour with beer, take a shot of beer every minute for an hour, or do something fun like that for the exclusive TikToks. So thank you again, Lane. Everybody thank Lane for getting me a camera so that we could make this possible, and I appreciate it, and hope you guys have a good rest of your week. Goodbye. I gotta figure